I just got into my first art gallery as a 23-year-old landscape photographer, and today is the grand opening. So let's head inside and see what work I put up. What's up, y'all? It's Project Photography back with another video, and today, before we get started, make sure to follow all of my socials down in the description bar below. So we're in the Chino Hills Community Foundation. This is the art gallery that they have, and it's in the shops, which is like pretty much a outdoor mall. I actually got my work in, and I'm so incredibly excited because as a landscape photographer, this is like one of my biggest things that I've always wanted to do. I mean, I've always loved museums, art, that sort of stuff, because I think it's so interesting to see how other artists think about the world and their perspective. And as a landscape photographer, obviously, I think about it in a certain way. So I want to showcase my perspective with the world. And so I actually have two pieces. This is one of them. It's called the Peeks Through Winter. This is from Mount Rainier National Park. This is a panorama. Glenn, the guy who runs the place, essentially wanted something that's more stunning, something that you could feature in this area that would really stand out. And I feel like panoramas was in a really good way to do that. It's a 12 by 36, so clearly it's a pretty long print. It's actually not as big as I originally thought it was gonna be, but clearly, I mean, this is incredible. I love this photo a lot. And then if we walk over on this side, I have another print, so they allowed me to showcase two of my works here, which is honestly awesome. So this is the second one. It's called Mountains Over the Lake. So this is from 2019. This is a while ago, Lake Tahoe. And here we have the peaks of the mountain and obviously over a lake, AKA mountains over the lake. But these are my two pieces here. And today is a grand opening for this art gallery actually. So it's gonna be an incredible day for me. I have all my friends, family coming, and they're gonna go ahead and see my work. I mean, this is just something that's incredible. I mean, I've never imagined some of this happening. I mean, of course, for me, I've always wanted to get my work into an art gallery, but yeah, I didn't realize it was gonna happen this early. And as a lot of you guys know, I am a very huge proponent in enjoying your art for what it is and not necessarily needing other people's validation in order to feel like you accomplished something as an artist. And you might be asking yourself like, okay, so if that's the case, right, then why would you encourage yourself or even want to be in an art gallery in the first place? It's not really about getting other people's validation because it's more or less another step in my photography journey. To be able to have my art shown in an art gallery is just something that I've always wanted. For me, it's not necessarily like, oh yes, I want everyone to see my art and go buy it. It's really not about that. You really have to enjoy your art for what it is without needing other people's validation to feel like it's worth something. Because at the end of the day, if you don't value your art, it's really hard for other people to be able to appreciate your art for what it is. And I honestly encourage a lot of photographers to get into an art gallery, try to get in, because for their own sake of their own photography journey, it just showcases the progress that you've done, and it's really nice to be able to showcase it to the world in a medium that's totally different from social media. So that's my thought process on it, but take it as it is and run with it in the way you want to run with it. Okay, so before the grand opening actually starts, let me explain how I was actually able to get my work into the art gallery. So first of all, me and my girlfriend were kind of just walking around the shops, and this was the first time we've actually seen this art gallery. So it was really interesting, and as someone who loves art, we decided to go in and just see what the vibe was about. I asked one of the volunteers, like, what is the process for actually getting into the art gallery itself? And they showed me a little bit of that process, but I ended up meeting this guy, Glenn. He's the guy who essentially runs the place, and I showcased him my work. I asked him like, what is the process to get in? And he ran through the details. We had a little bit of a conversation. He loved these prints in particular. We landed on this print and then obviously the other one that you saw. And from there, it was purely just about logistics because he really liked my work and he felt like it could add a lot of value to the art gallery itself. And now the first conversation that I had with the volunteer, I approached it as if like, I'm not selling to them. I'm more or less asking them for a favor to lead me into the right direction to be able to have my prints put up. And I think that approach is a really good way to ease the tension when you're actually trying to have that conversation, that initial first meeting with someone that's in contact with the art gallery. I find that asking them for a favor, like in a sense like, hey, how do I get into this art gallery, or what would be the steps to be able to get into this art gallery, is a really great approach to asking versus saying, hey, can I have my photos in the art gallery? Because now it's not as intrusive a conversation, you more or less just asking them for a favor. And I think that initial step really lightens the tension when actually asking to have your art put in a gallery. And so that was kind of the process for me. It wasn't a very long process at all. The grand opening is actually going to start relatively soon. I'm super incredibly excited for it. So let's get right in, take a look around the gallery itself, and yeah, grand opening time.
Okay, so my family came, my girlfriend, my friend came, and honestly, this is amazing. I mean, just look at how many people are here. Like, this is a crazy amount of people. Honestly, was not expecting this at all, but it's incredible to see so many people come out and just support the local artists and honestly just see what kind of art is here. I'm really happy with how this is going. I mean, there's wine, there's charcuterie. It's like a whole thing for this little art gallery that's just somehow in the middle of the mall. I think being an art gallery is like its own thing. Like, yeah, I would encourage a lot of you guys, if you're interested in having your work up in an art gallery, like take a chance, take an opportunity to go out and talk to someone that is part of an art gallery. I mean, go to the art gallery itself, right? Like talk to someone, see how you can bring value to that gallery yourself and hopefully get your work shown one day. This is amazing. Just seeing how many people came and support. And obviously my family coming and supporting me is absolutely huge. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for experiencing the world with me today. Please feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.